Word up, traders. How are we? Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to Simply Forex. I am Trader Tom, and I am here to answer as many of your questions as I can, right? Because I've been trading a bloody long time. So yeah, guys, you know the drill by now. We're going to answer all of your questions, so don't be shy. Ask as many questions as you like. I would normally show you a trade idea or something, or I'm in a new trade today, but literally nothing today, right? Today is sit on your hands and pick your nose day, right? It's just one of them days, guys. I just know I have nothing setting up, right? So we can look at a trade that I'm still in. So this Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, I'm still in this trade. So we can look at that. But generally, guys, we're just going to answer all of your questions today. Also, we do have some news. I know. It's very exciting. And it's been a busy news day, really. So we've had some, mixed euro data. Let's be honest, right? We've had some better than expected data coming out of Germany and the EU, right? And then some worse than expected. So a mixed bag with PMI coming out of euro, and then the pound was just all bad, okay? But we didn't see any pound weakness, right? So, make sense of it what you will, because if you look at any pound pair, we've been seeing nothing but, pushing up. So that's pound strength. Look at any of them. Pound Swiss franc, pound strength, right? So let's have a look at pound Aussie dollar, pound strength so far, right? I'm not saying buy pound, but just look at the reaction, right? We've had nothing but pound strength, and then look at the PMI data, right? So, that's one of the reasons we don't trade the news or pretend to know how price is going to react to news, right? The truth of the matter is you don't know. So yeah, a bit of a strange response there on the pound. And then later on, guys, we have some US data, right? So at 1:30, building permits has come out already for some very bizarre reason. Let me refresh my... Yeah, so building permits has come out already. So we're going to be looking at continued jobless claims and initial jobless claims. So some big employment data at 1:30. And we will play Guess the News game. Woohoo! Exciting, right? So we'll look at a euro US dollar and we'll guess the news, right? And then, like I say, we've still got... It's just a day of PMI. So we won't be live or on the live stream for this, but we must be aware of this PMI data as well, especially if you're in a US dollar pair. So there you go, guys. That's what's happening. This is the trade that I'm in, Canadian dollar Swiss franc. And for the want of a better word, well, this is a technical term that they use in all the big economic books. This is farting about. Right, and they use that term. Buffett uses it. I think old Gatesy uses it in his, his big board meetings. And we don't like farting about. Generally, with anything in life, I don't like farting about. But sometimes trades fart about. So yeah, we can take a look at CAD Swiss franc. Like, I'm in a buy trade, guys. Okay, and I've got a really tight alarm here. I'm going to consider just getting out of this trade if it breaks out of this trend line. So let's take a quick look at this, right, guys? So if we go back a day ago, okay? So if we go back just one day, right, we was in this range, right? And then price was coming up to the top of the range, right? This was the idea, okay, to come back up to here. Yeah, we had bullish candles, bit of a retrace followed by some bullish candles. Yeah, so the idea was to come back up. Then on the H4, we were hugging this trend line. Okay, let me go back to real time now. Yeah, we were hugging this trend line here. You can see it keeps hitting it, right? Still hitting it. and we broke H4 structure, right? We've had a retrace, right? I'm in this trade, but I mean, just look at this wick. It's not good, but then you've got this wick down here, and then there's just such indecision. And if you look at the day chart, right, look at that. You've got these wicks which suggest buying, followed by this wick which suggests selling. So that is the epitome of farting about, right? It's just really caught in this little, range here. It's just caught in here doing nothing. So as I said, guys, right, we're going to see how price reacts. I'm going to move my alarm up, right? If price gets back up to here, I might just take some profit off the trade, right? And generally, I mean, if it breaks this level, I'm definitely out of this trade. So we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. But, again, guys, once you're in a trade, you still need to work out what's going on and manage the trade. And that's what I'm doing here. This is sort of decisions, my decision-making process. And this is where I'm at with CAD Swiss franc. So we shall see. And like I say, guys, no new trades today. I mean, we was looking at CAD yen. Yeah, maybe this is a trade, right? CAD yen, right? We're in an uptrend. I just want a bit of a deeper retrace, really, guys, right? Because I want to hide my stop loss down here. Okay, so we'll see if we get a deeper retrace. And also Swiss franc yen. Again, if you look at the day chart, things are flying, right? Very, very bullish. Okay, but if we look at the H4, right, really, this is the last low, but you could push it here. I want to at least put my stop loss below here. So I'm still looking for a deeper retrace on some of these yen pairs for me to start buying. But another thing, guys, just while I think of it, like, CAD yen, Swiss franc yen, okay, excuse me, been eating M&M peanuts again. That has become a problem, by the way. Please send help. Send me a psychiatrist because I'm addicted to peanut M&Ms. But if we look at other yen pairs, right, they are all at kind of crucial weekly levels in here, right? They're all at, kind of, if we look at Aussie dollar yen, yeah, it's kind of holding on to some highs, right? It's not telling me to buy. Pound yen. Again, if we zoom across, we're at this kind of weekly level through here. So is yen, generally speaking, a buy, right? CAD yen, euro yen, pound yen. And the answer is not clear. So it's a right horrible git of a market today, right? There's nothing jumping out at us, but no problem. We'll have days like this. Right, let's see what hombres, is that even a word, are in the live chat, guys. So who have we got? McFlave, how are you? CJ, yeah, CAD yen starting to set up. Yes, CJ, kind of. Yeah, we'll maybe take a little bit more a look at that in a bit more detail. Noor, hi Noor, how are you, mate? Colin, Waz, Alex, greetings. Leon, yeah, Leon said literally too much news out today, so I have 0 trades active. Yeah, and it's been a heavy news day, so again that prevents us from trading. Wesley, hi Tom. I think there could be a reversal on the dollar index and must dollar pairs, as most have hit major zones and there is a lot of liquidity built up. Yeah, that's Wesley's 2 cents, and I agree with Wesley's 2 cents. Right, I actually talk about this in my analysis vid from this morning. Right, so we'll delve into that point as well. Okay, and Raymond, hi, Rich Paul, Shanice, Vanessa, hello. So first of all, CJ's talking about CAD yen buys, right? And Yeah, we can totally see why, right? Now, there is a bit of room up to the next area of resistance. Okay, and I would say this 1-1 level, 1-1-1 level. Okay. There is the moving average 20 here, which is touching price. That does, it just irks me a little with this trade. Okay, so I'm wary of that. Okay, but we're clearly in an uptrend. I'm literally choking on peanut M&Ms. All right, and then if we go to the day chart, clearly in an uptrend, right? I mean, you know, you don't have to be Warren Buffett. It come back down. We got this sort of sideways action. I probably got out of CAD yen too early. I was in this trade, and well, not. I definitely did. And price has just shot up, right? We're getting higher highs, even broke these highs. And we have a nice big bullish candle. So, yeah, so there's lots of things to like. It's almost like, why am I a bit hesitant? And I'm a bit hesitant because a lot of yen pairs are at resistant levels. Okay, resistance levels. If we drop to the H4, now, I hear you, CJ. So CJ's on about building a trade, right? You could start buying here, right? With a view to this is your target. Now, I would want to put my stop loss, you know, probably at least here, right? You know, below this low, which aren't really established lows, but it's far enough from the moving average 20, right? And as maybe price just goes up and hits target, right? Winning, in the words of Charlie Sheen, right? And drink snake blood or whatever he used to drink. Anyway, don't drink snake blood. But you could buy here. And even if it went against you, you could buy again, right? Because your stop loss is still here. And this is the idea of building a trade and what CJ's talking about. Now, I don't disagree with that at all. But like I said, it's just something doesn't feel quite right with these yen pairs, and it's because a lot of other yen pairs are at key resistance levels. So that's how I feel about it. But if it comes down to here, right, and the moving average 20, I'll make a decision then, right? Because it's had such a deep retrace, right? It will be good for some movement up. Okay, so yeah, we'll keep an eye on that, CJ. Yeah, and then Wesley's explaining, right, you know, there could be a reversal on the dollar index. I totally agree, right? If you look at the weekly chart, right, and like I said, I discussed this in this morning's vid, this is a key resistance level. And that's not me making it up. It's a key resistance level because it constantly reacts at this level, right? Okay, so it's a key level. Now, it's already shot up so quickly, right? And when price does that, it's like an elastic band. Okay, so let me explain this point quickly as well, right? So when price does this, right? Nice and easy to trade as well, right? When price does this, the elastic band, you'll see what I mean in a minute. Bear with me. I haven't lost my marbles, maybe a little bit, right? But the elastic band hasn't been overly stretched. Now, if you do price action like this, then the elastic band has been overly stretched in a short period of time. And then price wants to snap back. Right, you get big moves like this. Whereas when this trade structure or this uptrend structure comes down, it's not going to go bang, right? It's probably going to just come up as slow as it went down, right? You'll probably see something a bit more like this, and it will break down, right? And it's true, right? If we look at the market, once you have a big move like this, or like that, look at that. It's so overstretched. Look at the reaction. It almost comes back down to the low, right? And it's the same with this one, right? It's just been pulled and pulled and pulled and pulled and pulled, and then bang, that elastic band has snapped back up, right? And now it's true of this elastic band. It's pulled and pulled and pulled. You know, we can expect a sharp move back because price is it's just moved too quick, too far, too soon, right? So bearing that in mind, and we're at a resistance level, you know, we could expect a bit of dollar weakness. Okay. Now, how that dollar weakness manifests itself, right? Will it just come down to here before it goes back on its merry way, right? We don't know. Will it come all the way back down to here, right? We don't know, right? That's the truth of the matter. We don't know. But what we do know is we can, you know, expect a bit of dollar strength in the short term, right? Over the next 1, 2, 3 days. Okay. So bearing that in mind, right, and this is what Wes is referring to, right? Bear that in mind that we could get some short-term US dollar strength, US dollar weakness, sorry. And now look at a few US dollar pairs, right? If you go to the weekly chart, US dollar CAD is at a weekly zone, right? So that would suggest we can get this kind of thing happening. That is US dollar weakness, right? This is US dollar CAD. Yeah, if we look at New Zealand US dollar on the weekly chart, again, this is in a downtrend, right? No two ways about it. But look at that move, right? Can we at least expect price to come back up to here before it comes back down? Okay, let's look at pound US dollar, right? Look at the reaction we're getting today. Yeah, this is clearly in an uptrend. It hasn't broken this low, and it still hasn't broken it, right? This weekly candle could finish like this, right? And bouncing off the moving average 20, I would say that's a buying opportunity. So, you know, is it the end of this dollar strength? And I would, looking at the charts, right, it would suggest, yes, it is the end of this dollar strength, but only for potentially a short period of time, right? Could be 1 or 2 days. Yeah, we'll be looking at pullbacks rather than reversal changes, rather than trend changes. So yeah, totally agree with you, Wesley, on that. Guys, if you're enjoying the analysis, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and smash that like button. I'm going to have a quick drink while you do that, and I've got to stop eating M&Ms. Also, guys, while I'm at it, if you haven't joined our trading community, then why the hell not? It's free, so come join our free Discord channel. You can speak to traders, share ideas, knowledge, have a chit chat, okay? Just verify yourself when you come in. Also, guys, right now, if you sign up with Pepperstone above my head, right, which is one of our preferred brokers and is compatible with TradingView, then we will give you free access to the VIP Trading Academy. Okay. So, you know, if you're looking for a new broker or you want to change brokers, then look no further, guys. It's a great promotion. It's a bit of a no-brainer. And watch this space, guys. We might also be giving some TradingView. I can't say it yet. No, let's not say it yet. Until it's been confirmed, I will not say it. So yeah, check all that out, guys. Right, Raymond. Hi, Tom. I've been watching your videos for some time now. However, I don't have confidence in my trade, so I'm thinking about joining your VIP signals. May I ask how much is the winning percent of your signals? So my win percentage last year was around 60%. And the win percentage so far this year, I can't remember, is around 55%, I believe. And last year, Raymond, we had We were positive 45%, and this year we are around 25% positive for the year so far. So, and also, Raymond, I post all of these stats in the VIP. So come give it a go, Raymond. I mean, and the thing with the VIP, guys, is, right, it's one thing for me to give you my trade signals, right? You want my trade signals, I'll give them to you, no problem. I give them to you ahead of time so you can trade them, fill your boots, right? But really, what the VIP Trading Academy is about learning how to trade, right? So, you know the saying, give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day, right? That's my trade signal. Teach a man a fish and he'll eat forever, right? That's the concept we're about, right? We're trying to teach you how to trade using our community, using all of my knowledge and experience over the years, and that's what it's about. Learning how to trade so you can have confidence in your own trades rather than just copy mine. However, if you want to just copy mine, that's fine. All right. So that's what it's more about. I wanted to make that clear. Rich Paul, what's up? Okay. Don't pronounce the H in Spanish. So it's hombres. Okay. Hombres, amigos. Yeah. Homies. Sinead's, appreciate you, Tom. Thank you very much, Sinead's. Good day, Vanessa. Waz, what do you think about gold going up? I'm in a long and 3.5% in profit for now. Okay, very nice. Let's take a quick look at gold then. Now, I don't know what your exit strategy is, Waz, but I would take some profit off gold if I were you, right? Now, we all know gold is in, this is the weekly chart, right? Gold's in this crazy uptrend, and, even fundamentals back this going further. However, all right, if we look at the day chart, that is a pretty big bearish daily candle, right? That suggests to me that we could expect potentially some kind of pullback. So that also suggests to me that the news today will give the US dollar strength. It's amazing how that happens, right? You'll see what I mean, or I might have egg on my face. So if I was in a gold trade and I was nicely in profit, I'm not saying close the entire trade, but because of this big bearish candle, I would take some profit in here. Close, I don't know, 70%, close 60%, close 50%. But I would take some profit, right? And then if you do take 50%, right, your idea is still to buy gold, right? We get that, and it's everyone else's, right? But, potentially it comes down to here, yeah, when the moving average 20 catches up, it's a nice support level. Take that 50% profit that you made and then add it back to this area, right? Enter all that profit back into this area here and enter again, right? So don't be afraid to take a bit of profit, yeah, especially when you see a bearish candle like this, because this is suggesting to me that we could have a bit of a retrace on our hands. And I would say at least down to this gray zone, all right, which is a good, many pips. But obviously, it would be a brave man to sell gold, right? Everything's just super bullish, super, super bullish, right? But again, guys, I always prattle on about this value. Up here, there's no value for me, right? If price comes down to here, then tick. Yeah, this has value and is worth trading for me. This isn't. All right, so Waz, I hope that helps. Yeah, take a bit of profit off. Yeah, Poo Poppy, Fapello, afternoon. How are you, Fapello? I saw your trade ideas today. Thanks for sharing. Poo Poppy, yen pairs are tempting. It always falls like a rock. Yes, and we discussed that at the start of the live stream, guys, right? You know, a couple of yen pairs are tempting. CAD yen and Swiss franc yen. But all the yen, and also worth pointing out, US dollar yen, right? They're all at key weekly levels, right? That is a key weekly level, right? So for me, with both yen and US dollar pairs, because we have this conflicting information, I'm just going to wait till the end of the week. Why? Because I want to see how these weekly candles finish, right? So not only on yen pairs, right? But if this, you know, for example, if we got a candle that finished like this on the weekly chart, that puts a very different perplexion. Is that the right word? That makes this look very different, right? And it's a potentially selling idea, right? And if you look, like I said, let's look at another yen pair. Let's look at New Zealand yen, right? We are at a weekly level. And again, right, this is still in a downtrend, this one, right? Might become a bit of a range, okay? But if we get a big bearish wick like this for this, you know, again, that would suggest yen strength. If we get a nice big bullish candle like this, that suggests yen weakness. So it's really dependent on that weekly candle as to what I do with yen pairs, right? And it's the same with US dollar pairs. Let's look at pound US dollar, right? If we look at the weekly chart, and even if it finished like this, right? If that weekly candle finished like that, yeah, I still think this is a buying opportunity because all these wicks are closing back within each other. I think that would be a buying opportunity, right? But if we get a big bearish candle like this, I think that's potentially a selling opportunity. So it's one of those guys, yen pairs and US dollar pairs. I'm going to wait and see what that weekly candle does. It, you know, even if it means I'm sitting on my hands, picking my nose, you know, eating M&M peanuts, peanut M&Ms, so be it, right? It's, you know, I'm going to wait for those weekly candles. Right, what else are we looking at? Wesley, great, thanks. You are very welcome. McFlave, Tom, with a 50% winning rate, are you confident doubling your lot size martingale on your next trade after taking a loss? That's not how I roll, right? So the key to my, now when I say my winning percentage, right, with my winning trades, I am looking to add to my winning trades and build the trade, right? I would say my biggest, well, one of my, you know, I don't want to sound like, you know, I'm blowing my own trumpet, but, and it doesn't always work out, you know, sometimes I get out of trades too early, but managing trades is the key here, right? So even if you had a 50% win rate, right? Your winning trades, as long as you built those winning trades and added to the winning trade and maximized profit, right? Even at 50-50, you're still going to be in a very nice profit by come the end of the year. So the first thing I would say is building trades and adding to winners is a large part of what I do in terms of my trading, right? And I literally done a video, a tutorial on this in the VIP Trading Academy today. Okay, go join the VIP, guys, right? Check it all out. Yeah, it's $29, even if you go check it out, you know, and just look at everything. Now, that's one of it. Another thing, as a lot of you guys know, I use hedging, right? And this is a very double-edged sword, right? It's not a magic wand, but you know, sometimes that can turn a losing trade into a very profitable trade, right? So that's another, you know, weapon in my arsenal that I use. So it's not, what's the right word? You know, when people say, right, I have this as a win percentage, this is my risk to reward, is very simple, bang, bang, bang. I don't think trading's like that. I think trading is very fluid. And you need to be at one with the market. If the market keeps going up, keep adding to it, right? In an uptrend. If the market keeps going down, you can keep adding to it until it hits your higher time frame target. So, yeah, it's not as simple as just entering a trade. There's my stop loss. There's my target. My risk to reward is this, and my win percentage is this. There's a lot more to trading, and you need to manage trades and be fluid, right? So, yeah. And as for martingale, no, right? I've done martingale in a casino, right? I mentioned this on a live stream before, right? When I was in Vegas, funny enough, been a couple of times. I enjoy Vegas. It's very, the land of debauchery. But they're trying to clear it all up now, aren't they? Make it quite family friendly. But anyway, I did martingale there. So I just put like a $20 chip down. If it wins, I take the $20, right? Put a $20 chip down. If it loses, I then go in $40, right? If that loses, I then go in $80. I win that, I'm back to break even. I start again with $20, right? And, it's a very simple system. That with that system, all you need is large enough pockets, right? And if you're betting $20 a chip, right, it's going to have to go, you're going to have like, 100, but what, you're going to have a lot of trades, a lot of, what's it called? Throws of the roulette wheel go against you, right? For you to be in serious trouble. But even then, you've got deep enough pockets, you can do martingale, right? But you just need to start small. So yeah, roulette. Use it for roulette. Okay, right. What else we got here? Yeah, and just to carry on with martingale. Yeah, martingale it's all about having deep enough pockets, right? So the thing with martingale is this, right? Now, let's just say for argument's sake, I'm going to enter in here with a view to taking it up here, right? Because it's martingale, you know that price could keep coming against you and you're going to keep adding to the trade, right? Until it eventually goes in your direction and you make some money. And that makes a lot of sense, right? The problem with it is this first trade has to be very small, right? Because it's martingale and it can keep doubling and doubling and doubling and doubling, right? You can get in a lot of trouble if you start off big, right? If this is $1 and then this one becomes $2, this one becomes $4, yeah, no problem, right? But if this is 1,000, right, this is 2,000, right? All of a sudden, right, we're talking big money. So you've got to get the first position right in terms of the martingale process, right? And you also have to have a bit of a puke point, right? If it breaks this level down here, right, then, even get out of that trade, right? And you've added and added. But if it breaks this, then, chances are it's just going to keep going, right? Now, back to my point, right? So this has to be small in size, right? Regardless of your capital, it has to be small in size so you can keep taking hits against you. And as a trader, your job is to pinpoint very nice entries, right? So a lot of the time, you're going to hit a nice entry like here, and it comes up and hits your target. And because you're using martingale, you haven't put a lot of money on it. And your response will be, I wish I put more money on it, right? And that's the problem with martingale. If you're very good at reading charts and your first trade keeps hitting target, you're not, it's not going to benefit you. Martingale benefits you if you're wrong a lot, right? If it keeps going against you. So that's my thoughts on martingale. And trading, there is skill involved, right? You can pick really nice levels to enter from. You can use price action to make educated guesses. So that's why I wouldn't use martingale, right? Yeah, because, you know, there's skill to it. Whereas if I do something like a roulette wheel, there's zero skill. So you may as well just apply pure mathematics, which is what martingale is, right? So it depends on the skill threshold, right? Poker, there's skill, right? You wouldn't use martingale with that, but roulette, you would. So there's my couple of pence on that, McFlave. Yeah, it was McFlave that answered it. Yeah, Poo Poppy, I don't look at the weekly chart enough. Shame on you, Poo Poppy. No, I'm only joking, but you know, my question's always this. So why wouldn't you look at the weekly chart, right? You know, let's say, okay, let's look at something like this. Right, if I just look at that, right, and I just see this massive downtrend, right, and I'll be like, right, let's keep selling, okay? Yeah, day chart, we've broken this level. Yeah, we've even broken this level. It can keep going, right? But if you look at the weekly chart, you're like, right, there's a great big bit of support running through here. So why wouldn't you get that extra piece of information? You know, it just seems very logical to me. It seems like it should be done. All right. So yeah, always look at weekly, daily. I even will go up to the monthly charts sometimes, right? But not all the time. We have had news come out and I have been chatting away like a madman. So let's have a look at the news. So this is suggesting a bit of US dollar strength. I'm going to guess the news outcome. I haven't looked at it yet. This is where I turn into Sherlock Holmes. Very muted response. Aussie dollar, US dollar. Okay. I'm going to say the news was slightly better than expected. Okay. One was, one wasn't, right? So this wasn't, but this was. But, you know, initial jobless claims was a 3-star rating. This is a 2-star rating. So people will give more precedence to this. So yeah, there you go. That one's better than expected. And that's why we're seeing a very little bit of US dollar strength, right? Not much at all. While we're here, let's take a look at my CAD Swiss franc trade. Okay, we're getting some bullish candles. That's what we like to see. Guys, also, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button and smash the like button. And also, guys, right now, if you're looking for a broker that is compatible with TradingView, offers excellent spreads, great customer service, and we've partnered up with them as a result, then please check out Pepperstone. Right. And if you sign up with them right now, guys, we'll give you free access to the VIP Trading Academy. So yeah, check it out, guys. Check it out. Right. What else are we looking at? McFlave. So McFlave, okay, so just go on to this point. So I was just thinking that if your risk to reward is 1:1 and your winning rate is at least 50%, it would work the same way as a black-red roulette. I hear you, but it's not the same because there's skill involved. And also because the trade starts as 1:1. But because I add to the trade, right, it can become 1:2, 1:3, because I'm adding to the winning position. And what starts off as a 1:1, like I say, can quickly become 1:2, 1:3 because of adding to the trade and building it. Okay, and I'm not liking this candle right here. So if, like I say, guys, I think I might get out of this trade if we get a break of this level. We'll see. What else are we looking at? Okay, any more questions, guys? Let me just look back through the questions. I can't see any more questions. McFlay says, I'll shut up now, promise. McFlay, do not shut up. Guys, your questions are the fuel, right? You know, I love your interesting questions, right? It's, you know, it's what we can talk about in the live stream, especially on days like today when there's not much going on, right? So yeah, ask as many questions as you like, and there's no such thing as a bad question or a silly question. Yeah, you're here to learn, guys. So fire as many questions as you like. But guys, if there aren't any more questions, we might call it a day. Thank you very much for your time. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this vid. Have a great rest to your trading week, and I'll catch you soon, guys. All right, see you later.